This is TradingView Mobile. This is what I trade off of. Here are the accounts that I traded on today. This account had $1,500 in profit, and this account here had $1,500 in profit. So those are my two accounts I traded on this morning. Once again, this is TradingView Mobile. This is what I trade on, and this is the setup that I use here. The indicators that I use are going to be DIY Custom Strategy Builder, and then I also use Option Series Super Trend. I use Smart Money Concepts, Lux Algo, and then I use Supply and Demand Visible Range by Lux Algo. So those are the active indicators on this setup that I'm using. So if you look at the screen right now, this is a naked chart without any indicators on it. And so the first indicator that I use is the DIY strategy builder. And so this is the DIY indicator. It's going to need to load. I am on the 1 hour. So I'm going to swap it down to like I'm at the 5 minute. I trade on the 1 minute, but I know a lot of people don't. So I try to get so this is the mobile version, keep in mind. Okay, so with this indicator, here are the settings that it has, the DIY indicator. It pretty much has any indicator in it that you're going to need. And I do mean almost any indicator. Here's the switchboard where you can turn them on and off, activate what indicators you want active. You see I only have supply and demand, and I have a EMA, which is right here, the 200. I have the 200 EMA, and the only thing I have active is supply and demand zones. I don't have any of the indicators set up on here, the dashboard or the signals. I'm just simply using supply and demand and this 200 EMA. So that is what the DIY indicator looks like. And the next indicator I'm going to look at, I'm going to turn this one off, will be the Lux Algo supply and demand indicator. And this is visible range. And it just plots the range in real time. So it's going to let you know it real time on every time frame. You can go to the 1 minute. It's going to let you know what time frame you're on and where you are in the market at all time. As you can see, it updates, and that's the reason why I like it. It's going to let you know whether you're at the bottom or at the top of a range. And so that's why I like having it on my chart. And that is supply and demand visible range with Lux Algo. The next indicator is going to be Lux Algo Smart Money Concepts. This is one of my favorite indicators that I use along with the DIY. And most of the time, I just normally have these two together. Just a DIY indicator with Smart Money Concepts on Lux Algo. And the reason why I like this indicator so much is because of all the features that you get with it. So if I go over to settings, then I go to input. These are all the settings that I have. I can do color candles. I can do market structure. I can do swing highs and lows, order blocks, fair value gaps, the daily highs and lows. And then I always keep the zones, premium and discount zones active, and I just turn them all white. And those zones are going to be the zones that you see on my chart here. You see the premium, and then the middle will be the equal, and then you see the discount. And so if I turn the supply and demand, you see it shows the same thing. So I get that feature along with, my breaker structure, change of character, equal highs. And so I'm getting that along with it. So if you look at it, it's going to give me that confirmation. But unlike the Lux Algo one, it's going to update as price moves. And so that's why I like this indicator. So if you put these together, well, I guess we can look at the last one. So we're going to look at the last one too before we move on. We're going to look at options as well. So the options is the one that everybody asks about the colors on the chart, and it's just the options indicator. And so if I turn this on default, I'm going to go to settings and I'm going to default it, reset. So this is what it looks like on default. So the default settings is going to be with the VWAP and the 20 moving average. That's not how I set mine up, but if you want the default, that's what it is. And you can put supply and demand and set it up really how you want to. That's on the 1 minute chart. That's how it looks on the 5 minute chart. So you're seeing, with that VWAP down at the bottom of the range, you get that bounce, turn green, and you still holding. So this is the setup that I'm currently using. I just tweak it to my trading style, the way I want to trade, or whatever strategy I'm using. But this is the setup that I'm using. I hope this helps somebody out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.